Welcome back to another Mindful Monday. My name is Brittany Power, and I am a staff counselor at the University Counseling Center. Today, I'm going to be talking with you about movement. Now, you might be asking yourself, this is a Mindful Monday. Why are we talking about movement in this segment? Well, when you think about it, movement requires mindfulness. Oftentimes, our requirements for work and academics ask us to sit in seats and ask us to work at desks and use a lot of our mental power, but not much of our physical power, right? And so when we do want to engage in movement, it has to be something that we want to offer ourselves. It has to be a promise or a commitment that we make and something we follow through with to hold that special place for ourselves. Think about when you do make those commitments to yourselves and you follow through, think about how good you feel after. Now imagine if that's practiced routinely, the benefits that it can have for your mindfulness, your intentionality in your day, and overall self-esteem. Movement also requires connection to breath, mind, and body. So when you really think about it, it's meditative movement. When we think about the benefits of movement, we often think about the benefits with our strength and our physical fitness. But in addition to that, movement has also been known to help reduce our stress levels, improve our mood, maybe even our focus at times. Movement shows an improvement in sleep. And depending on how you choose to engage in movement, it can also establish a sense of community. A lot of times we think movement has to be exercise and gym time, but the reality is it can be whatever we need it to be for us that day. Maybe it is a class on some days, or maybe it is going to the gym by yourself or with friends. But movement can also be a brief walk. You can choose to have friends with you or not, play music, listen to a podcast. Movement can be when you're cleaning your space, being fully present as you vacuum, dust, unload your dishwasher even. It can be a grocery store run, finding an intentionality, a mantra as you spend your time getting your groceries for the week. Movement can also be gentle stretching in your chair while you sit at your desk for extended periods of time. For today, that is actually what I am going to demonstrate and show you a few very gentle movements that you can engage in anytime you're sitting down in a space. I'm also going to demonstrate how we can make these gentle stretches, these gentle movements as mindful as possible. Before we begin, there are a few things you might want to consider to prepare. First, we do want a supportive chair. That means we do not want a chair that has wheels. We want to be grounded into the floor as much as possible. So we're also going to want a stable surface. I recommend, if that is not a possibility, maybe finding a chair that you can place on a mat or a different surface that has a good grip. We also want to be intentional with our stance. So think stack shoulders over hips. Even though we're sitting, we're going to use our core. So draw your navel up and in towards your spine and firmly plant both feet onto the ground, noticing that rooting sensation as you sit proud and tall. You'll also want your knees just slightly below your hips. That way we sit in our most natural state and we don't have any impingement in our hips, which is what would happen if our knees were elevated above our hips. And lastly, listen to your body. You are the expert. I will be showing some optional poses that you can take, but you know your body better than anyone else. So if something doesn't feel right or it doesn't seem like a good idea, I really want to encourage you to pause and offer yourself a different variation or even a moment of just breath. You may have noticed that I've screwed it back a bit so you can see a little bit of what I do with my body as I move. But let's just get started once again, stacking shoulders over hips. You can place your hands on your lap. You can clasp your hands, place them down by your side, whatever feels the most supportive for you right now. And let's bring your attention to your breath. Take an inhale in through your nose. Notice the air pass through your navel cavities. Feel your chest rise. Hold at the top. Slowly breathe back out through your nose. Feel your body release the air. The air pass back out through your nose. And let's just do this for just a moment as you notice how your intentional breath feels in your body and in this moment. Great. Now, place your hands on the tops of your thighs. Take an inhale, bringing your gaze towards the ceiling, dropping your belly closer towards your thighs. And then rounding your back, pressing your hands into the tops of your thighs, exhaling out. We call this cat-cow. So breathing in, breathing out. Let's do this 3 more times. Inhale in, exhale out. Great work. Now, reach your hands towards the ceiling. Let your gaze follow your fingertips. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out, lower your hands down to your side. Let's do that one more time. Reach your hands towards the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. Breath out. Place your left hand on the outside of your right thigh and gently rotate your gaze and your mid-back towards the shoulder behind you. Let your knees and toes continue to face the front. Now, please keep in mind, it's not about how deep you can obtain in this twist. It's about staying where your body needs you to stay and breathing into the space that you create with your movement. Offer a twist on the other side, placing your right hand on the outside of your left thigh and gently twisting. Taking deep breaths in. Slow breaths out. When you're ready, we'll meet back in center. And we'll take just a little bit more work with our arms. So take your right arm long and your left arm long. Wrap your right arm under your left arm, maybe right above the elbow, and then work towards creating a bind with your hands. Now, no, every body looks different because all of our bodies are different. So this may be a very challenging pose. It may feel very easy for you. Meet yourself where you're at. If this is not the most supportive, if you experience pain, you can always hug your shoulders like this instead. As you take this bind, work to align your elbows with your shoulders and set your gaze at the hole that you create in the middle. Breathing in, breathing out. Now let's offer that on the other side. Taking the wind, knowing that this side may even feel different than the other side. Acknowledging without judgment, taking your breath in and breath out. I'm going to show you one of my favorite stretches that I do at my desk every day. I take my left foot, I stack my left ankle over my right thigh, and I create what we call a figure 4 with my legs. Now, you have the option to stay right where you are here. If you would like a little bit more intensity in the stretch, you can begin to lean forward. Lean in with your sternum, maintaining an open chest. Breathing in. Breathing out. If you want a different variation, you can actually lean back, feeling more of an opening in your chest, letting your left knee just fall towards the floor, but continue to flex your toes towards your knees. Breathing in and out. And then switch sides. Stacking right ankle over left, right at the knee, and taking your 2 breaths, breathing in and out, and in and out. Once you have finished, of course, after stretching, you would like to offer yourself just a moment of presence, of stillness, of rest. So plant both feet back onto the floor, sit comfortably, and offer yourself a sense of gratitude for taking that pause, for taking the rest, the movement, the mindful movement even, right? You may close your eyes, lower your gaze, or find a focal point in the room, and enjoy the thing. I want to thank you for joining me on this Mindful Monday. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and know that you can modify and offer any variation of what's been demonstrated today, and really make this seated stretching your own. So you can offer yourself those breaks, those mental and physical breaks, to gain energy and support and love yourself. Thank you.